All right. Sorry about that, guys. For some reason we got disconnected, but we're back. And Corey was just diving into kind of her what body wisdom means to her. So I will let her continue.
All right, where was I? Body wisdom, what it means to me. Basically, it's a separate being almost to our thinking mind. It has its own way of doing things and communicating to us, and it's not always rational. So while we're thinking it's got to do X, Y, Z, it's thinking like all over the place and trying to get your attention and listen to me, like something's going on, something's not right. And quite often we're not tuned into the subtle clues, pull here or a twitch here or something. And it's not until basically till it's screaming at us either in severe tension or like spasm that we're like, whoa, something is not right. So learning to feel at a deeper level, sensations and whatnot, it allows us to tune in a lot quicker to address the body's wisdom, I guess, would be my thinking.
Yeah. And if you would, what would you say would be one of your favorite ways to kind of tap into that wisdom? Really listen to what your body mind is saying.
So if I get super quiet, super still, just even like for me laying down on the floor in a dark room, placing my hands on my body, breathing, just kind of even sometimes my brain's going, and I need to feel. So it'll be feel my fingertips on my skin and just connect into feeling that way. And then wait for a sensation of any kind, anywhere. Sometimes it'll be like a small pulse under my hands. Other times it might be, say, my leg, there's a twitch. Maybe my eye will twitch. But once I've got a sensation of some kind, I know that my body's there. And it's just kind of gentle listening. And clearly it's not going to come in like a full sentence of verbal communications, but I just stay there and breathe and follow sensations and let it do what it wants. So,
Yeah, and
yeah,
that seems like a fairly simple way to go about it. And I'd love to
it
ask you
does.
this too, because as moms, we're so busy. I would love for you to share, like, how do you create this time for yourself with the busy life that you have and working in for kids? Like, how do you, like, what would be some tips to fit it into your schedule?
You know what? I have learned to do it. Like, it'd be nice to be like, oh, I can just lay on the floor whenever I want. Standing at the grocery store, sometimes I'll place my hand on my arm just to be like, where am I? Like, come back, come out of my thinking brain, come out of my doing brain. Quite often the kids will be doing their own thing or whatever, fighting, and you learn to breathe when you learn to patience and using those very small moments that are around to really connect. Um, Other times, my kids, when I'm watching them do activities, usually I'm off in a corner stretching. If there's nobody that I know that I'm going to have a conversation with, I'm off on the sideline stretching. Like, I don't need to check my phone. I don't need to check that. I've got 20 minutes here where I'm watching anyways, like stretch, just really connect in.
Yeah, that's such you know, a great way to use your time when you're at these events, because it's so easy just to get sucked into your phone or this, that, and the other, but to have, that intention that you're going to spend some time connecting with yourself, at least being in your body while you're watching soccer or, watching your kid do karate, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's so
yeah.
powerful. Just taking those moments whenever you can get them. It doesn't have to be like a bath or, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean that seems like doable. You're like self-care. I've got about 5 minutes here while I switch the laundry around. Um, I'm gonna make it a 10-minute laundry switch around, and I'm just gonna like breathe, refocus, get out of my head. Like as mothers, we're always like doing this person's schedule, my schedule, what needs to be done, all of this. And the more you practice coming back into your body, I find it makes the switch easier when you're actually going to have that intimate time with your partner. And for me, that's been the key, is learning how to switch.
Yeah. So that's a great segue to kind of move into that, and how you feel the more you are in touch with your body, how does that enhance your intimate relationships?
Well, for sure, when you start to feel sensations in your body in non-sexual times, when you are with your partner, if you could do the same thing and pick up one sensation, just even one little sensation, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in your vagina, just anywhere, it allows your thinking brain to start to just, and you focus on the sensations. And basically, yeah, because I mean, obviously you want to be connected and in your body when you're having sex. So,
Yeah. And do you feel like your journey to like really kind of get more connected with your sexuality, how has that influenced your family?
well, reconnecting with my sexuality, I mean, I'm divorced, so we've been separated for 8 years. And my sexuality just died after the first kid. And I go back and forth as to what that was. But I do know that me not connected to my sexuality was just kind of like a focus of like, do, take care of everybody's needs, get the house clean, get the kids baths, make sure everything's okay. I had no idea how to connect into my own pleasure. There was no way that my ex-husband was ever going to get me to that place. And it basically eroded our marriage. Plus, we lack of communication and all that goes into that. But having a 3-year break in between getting divorced and a new partner really allowed me to be like, well, what do I like? How do I feel? And I mean, it was in that time too that I did my massage training. So that really gave me new tools to feel in my body. So,
Yeah, that's powerful. And now, with regards to parenting, because people always ask me this, I'm like, I truly believe that, the more connected I am to myself, the more happy I am in my body, the better parent I can be. And you're also able to be more present. Would you agree with that?
absolutely. Plus, you're a lot more, I find a lot more relaxed and not so uptight, like it's the end of the world for everything.
Yeah.
And it makes me a better person all the way around when you can just connect with your body, because so much of motherhood really happens up here, all the coordinating. So connecting with your body just brings you, I'm going to chill. I'm not going to lose my shit on you for doing whatever it is I think you've done. Like you can look at your kids and your spouse or whatever, just a little bit softer, with a little less like, why aren't they doing things my way? Is my take on it.
Yeah. So true. That's beautiful. And I would love if you would share. I love to always get kind of like your ideal vision. What would you love to see with moms? Like, how would you ideally like to, your ideal vision?
I would, I think I would like to see moms talk about their sexual struggles more, um, and be okay with it. And the other thing is talk about their sexual triumphs. Like, how are they rocking it in the bedroom? Because maybe one way that you're doing by sharing it just sparks something in another mom. Like, rather than always talking about the kids and like, take a little, how when I have girlfriends to talk about happy stuff that's happened in my sex life, it's almost like we feed off each other. Like, she gets excited for me and then she returns home and she's excited and she's able to connect more. So it just creates more of a happier pleasure cycle, I guess, when we're also willing to talk about the good things happening. So
Oh, I love that, the pleasure cycle. It's so true, because it is so easy to get in the conversations and all you talk about is your kids, or you want to complain about this, that, and the other. But I love to really make an effort to celebrate what's good and bring up those awesome sex stories that are really inspiring and share them with your girlfriends, because, yeah, we don't talk about that enough. And I love that that's what we're doing here, is opening up this conversation. And I would love to, if for anyone watching or if you watch the replay, to please pop in any questions that you have or any issues that you have, because we will be going back through and we'll answer every comment, and really just appreciate you tuning in and knowing that this is a safe conversation to have. It's safe, and it's really important to talk about and to share our experiences and support each other.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I appreciate your time so much, Corey. Thank you so much for being here. And I just is there anything else that you'd like to share before we part?
No, I think, like you said, if anybody has questions, sometimes like a camera is really new for me, so I'm totally frazzled at the same times. But when people type questions, sometimes it gets a whole lot easier for me to find my center and to type them out. So yeah, if people have questions, for sure, ask away. I'll be happy to pop back in and answer things and go from there.
Awesome. And you can also find Corey with her massage and myofascial release at www.coreywatson.com. And soon she will be starting her new business, The Ignited Path, where that's going to be focused more on sexuality, and that will be opening soon. So I will post those in the comments. You can follow Corey's journey as well. And
Thank
you all so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Corey.